Welcome friends, today we will discuss how to crack UPSC Prelims. Now let us see what are the important points to crack Prelims. Now here I have made certain points, that is what should be your daily schedule. First, revision. Second, MCQ. Third, reading newspaper. And fourth, CSAT. Now you may say कि sir ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी देखा है काफ़ी जगह पे, इसमें नया क्या है? Listen carefully. Most of the students, what they do normally, they read many books instead of few books, and there they commit mistake, because unless and until you don't revise it, it's of no use. So in your daily schedule, 2 hours revision should be must. Second thing, practice of MCQ daily, it's must for 2 hours. Why? Because when you practice, then only you will come to know exactly where you are going wrong. Say for example, let us take one example, that is, suppose this is a question which UPSC has asked, that is, which article of Indian Constitution talk about reservation in promotion? प्रमोशन में आरक्षण के बारे में कौन सा आर्टिकल बात करता है? आर्टिकल 15 क्लॉज 1 बात करता है, या फिर आर्टिकल 16(4) है, या फिर आर्टिकल 29 आर्टिकल 15 क्लॉज 2? Now if you have just gone reading, just सिर्फ आपने सिर्फ रीड ही किया है सिर्फ, and you have never revised, you have never practiced MCQ, don't you think there is every possibility that you may commit mistake between this articles and this articles, because all 4 articles are more or less related to something fundamental rights. For example, article 15 talk about reservation in education, 29 it talks about cultural and educational rights, about article 16 employment. Now here when you practice it, then you will come to know exactly which is most important article, that is 16 clause 4a, that is the answer. Now there is a possibility you may commit a mistake. Now if you commit a mistake, nothing wrong. See, listen here, when you go back and tomorrow when you are going to revise the things, don't think you will come to know, yeah, this is the area where I have to improve. And that's the reason daily revision is must. I repeat, daily revision and daily practice of MCQ question. Now coming to the next part, that is reading newspapers. Now why reading newspaper is important? There are few students who feel कि sir, instead of reading newspapers, can I go for any class notes? मटेरियल तो बहुत है मार्केट में, so can we go for any class notes? No issues will be there. But when you have habit of reading newspaper daily, then don't you think when you are reading any class notes, whether it is monthly or yearly, it will become more easy for you? Say for example, class notes are around 100 pages, but you have a daily habit of reading newspaper, then in that case this 100 pages you can easily finish in 4 to 6 hours, and that will help you a lot. Not only this, when you are reading newspaper on your own, don't you think there's every possibility that whatever is not covered in the notes, maybe you have covered in your own notes, and that's the most important aspect of reading daily newspaper. Then comes the next point. So what about CSAT? Why you have mentioned CSAT as the most important thing? See, you may say कि sir CSAT is just a qualifying, CSAT तो सिर्फ qualifying है, तो उसके लिए इतना प्रिपरेशन करने की ज़रूरत क्यों है? Listen carefully. Many students even this year we have seen who got GS marks 100 plus, but they are disqualified in CSAT, and that's the reason CSAT is most important. So see to it that you are daily practicing few questions of CSAT. Is that clear to everyone? Now coming back. Now few students may say कि sir, whatever you have said, we are already aware of it, there's nothing new. Don't you think sir we should more concentrate on mains exam and interview? Prelim तो बहुत simple होता है, PT तो बहुत simple examination होता है. Listen carefully. Many students, they do prepare mains very well, they have do answer writing practice, they have interview practice, but please remember, unless and until you clear prelims, what's the use of it? That means I have already prepared for my mains, I have already prepared for my interview, but only thing which is left, sir, it is prelims. That is simply many students are underestimating prelims, and that is a major mistake they commit. No doubt, when you start preparation, mains preparation should be start, but at the same time, never underestimate preliminary examination. And if you want to really crack the preliminary examination, please listen carefully. This daily schedule you'll have to always follow. That is daily revision, daily practice of MCQ questions, reading newspaper and CSAT, because when you practice more and more, and see to it, when you are practicing question, you are giving more weightage to previous year papers, because previous year papers will give you exact idea what type of questions UPSC is asking. Now, you may say, sir, I have already solved more than 1000 questions of A test series or B test series. No issue, you can join any test series, but see to it, those test series questions are at least somewhere close to UPSC question, because ultimately you have to crack UPSC exam. So those questions should be very close to UPSC exam, and there comes your practice. I hope it is clear. So once again, I repeat, if you want to crack UPSC prelim, then in that case, you're supposed to follow this particular schedule. I repeat, revision, MCQ practice, reading newspaper and CSAT practice. If you follow this schedule, I assure you, within 2 to 3 weeks, you will definitely see positive results. Please remember, your score immediately is not going to touch 60%. There's every possibility that when you start practicing, you hardly got 20% score. But if you practice daily, within a month, it will reach to 40% and then to 60%. And there comes your practice and revision. And that's the reason these two things are most important. Then few student feels, sir, when should I start for prelims? When should I start for prelim preparation? I can finish prelims in 2.5 months, sir. It's not that difficult. But please listen. You have already prepared mains. And you feel, sir, I already done interview also. Interview preparation. Prelim तो आसानी से हो जाएगा. But unfortunately, exactly reverse होता है. Prelims ही आप fail होते हैं. So please, the way you give importance to mains as well as interview, same importance should be given to prelims, and prelim preparation should be started at least 6 months in advance, 6 months before prelims. Once again, I repeat, to clear the prelims exam, UPSC, it's not difficult. Things you should remember and practice this daily schedule. And other than this, hardly how much time it takes, 2 hours, 2 hours, 4 and to 6 hours. Other than this 6 hours, you can study whatever you wish. That is, if you want to study any particular history, polity, you can study for 4 hours, assuming you are studying for 10 hours. But if you follow this schedule, I can assure you that it will help you a lot to clear preliminary examination. Thank you very much.